But what I really want to hear is just kind of your story to get us started. Just tell us your story and eventually what led you to walking the Camino and then doing what you're doing now.
You bet. Well, my story is very intimately tied to the Camino, as you know, so that makes it pretty easy. I mean, I was straight as one of the crew of the '90s who was baked in like non-denominational evangelicalism, and then kind of fast tracked into ministry. So I'm not super old, but I'm in my 20th year of ministry now, and it's because I jumped in, like I got in the evangelical youth ministry world and went after it, and it was really meaningful, and I was pretty good at it, and found a bit of a voice there. But I also discovered that there was a lot of insecurity and ego that was fueling my desire to like kind of ascend the evangelical leadership ladders, and had a really important season after about 7 or 8 years of that, of depression, actually, because I'd stepped out of that role. I felt so much dissonance between identity and vocation that I didn't know who I was outside of my job, my title. And it really gave me the window into my own like kind of constructed self. And it liberated me in many ways to move towards a new season, which brought me to seminary. Went to seminary at Fuller, which I know we share in common. And it was invited into some relationships with mentors that focused in peacemaking world. And that to me struck a chord, like, oh, this is the Jesus, like a Jesus who has answers to the real life problems of today. And I spent a lot of time, actually, I got to study in Jerusalem as part of that, started to embed myself in some international conflicts where I'm like, the theology I inherited doesn't have any tools for answering the questions of our sisters and brothers experiencing occupation and oppression